Hey everybody, Rich with Prep U down here on the bunker floor playing with the pups here, Shiloh. How are you, buddy? Yeah, haven't had much time to do videos or play with these guys very much, so I figured I'd do this video and play with these guys at the same time. I have no idea how this is going to work out. We'll see what happens, right, Lil? And see how if I can get through this. But anyhow, it is Tuesday, and we all know on Tuesdays we do prepping tip of the week. And yes, I know I've done quite a few of these videos, and maybe some of this is redundant, but we're going to talk about items for shelter in place or bugging out. Just a few more things that I'm going to explain a couple things, why you need them, why and then some stuff that you might go, really? What I want you to do is when we talk about videos like this, when we talk about stuff for prepping, you need to, how did I put it here? I put it here pretty well. When you think prepping, plan for shelter in place, but prepare for bugging out. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean by it, 90% or even more of the time, you're going to shelter in place. That's just the way it's going to be. Snowstorms, bad weather, maybe even civil unrest in your area. You're gonna stay put. You're not gonna go anywhere. So when you prep, you want to make sure that you have the stuff in your home that you're going to need. Thanks, Shiloh. That you're going to need for that time period that you are going to be at home. Water, food, medicine, supplies, maybe wood for the stove to keep your house warm, or whatever alternative heating sources. Generators, fuel, and stuff like that. But while you are buying stuff to shelter in place, think about, am I going to use this? Am I going to take this when I bug out? And we've talked about, I got a bunch of different videos about bugging out, and what you're going to take with and how to pack for that. We've talked about how obviously you're not going to take everything in your bunker, your prep room, or whatever. It's going to be scaled down, and it's going to be scaled down based on what your mode of transportation is. Do you have, a Nissan Versa, or do you have a Ram 2500 3/4 ton truck and a trailer that you can, haul this stuff off to your bug out spot in the mountains, and when you leave, and if you're using a vehicle like this, you have to have that stuff set up so that, okay, my vehicle's done. It's gone. There's no fuel. I got no tires, whatever, that you have the stuff that you really, really need in backpack accessible packages that you can grab and go. The family can, grab whatever they can and head out. I mean, you got to think about that. You got to scale down. But a lot of these videos, and the reason I bring all this stuff up is just to get your mind going. And some of the stuff that I'm going to list today, you should have it with you all the time. I mean, it should be in your car, it should be in your truck, it should be in your backpack, your get-home bag, your everyday carry, or whatever. You need to think about that. But everything is in your bags is specific for you, specific where you live. If you live up north, you may need 3 seasons of clothing, wherever you're going to go. Especially if, think about the Phoenix area and go north. You could go north far enough in, half a day, quarter day, where it's snowing. So where are you bugging out to? You got to think about that stuff too. But I know I'm going on and a bunch of other stuff. But let's take a look at some of the stuff. Are you going to help me? Are you going to help me read it? All right, so do you have these prepping items? A hatchet. A hatchet is always perfect. I mean, it's something to have, in a multi-tool. Do you have a tactical tomahawk, which could be used, for a lot of things. And it also has a hatchet on it. Remember, your hatchet it has a duller blade, so it actually splits the wood. Rubbing alcohol. Why rubbing alcohol? Well, muscle aches and pains, you can rub it into that. It's good for cleaning glass with vinegar and water, add it all together. You can evaporate water from your ear if you have an earache. You can get some of that water out of there. It's a sanitizer. and it's great for removing permanent marker stains. Did you know that? Yeah, rubbing alcohol. Hydrogen peroxide. When I was a kid, hydrogen peroxide, my mother poured it in every single wound I ever got. If I crashed my dirt bike and I came home all cut up, hydrogen peroxide. If I stepped on a nail, hydrogen peroxide. You know, so it was used for a lot of things. They don't recommend that nowadays because there's so many other items for that, but you should still have hydrogen peroxide. Takes care of mold and mildew, extends vegetable life. I didn't know that. You know, I read up on it and it really does. Disinfecting, you can use it as a surface cleaner. As you know, we have that one video, make your own hand sanitizer and surface cleaner. What's in there? Hydrogen peroxide. Not hand sanitizer, but the surface cleaner. And it deodorizes. You can actually throw it in your wash. An ARB refrigerator freezer. Great to have on the road with you, especially if you've got kids, if you have, you know, babies, formula. They keep fresh fruit, meat, your medicine. Do you have medicine that has to stay cold when you're bugging out? Or even when you're sheltering in place? You know, you can run one of those off of a generator if you have to. It's very easy. Tow straps, even if you don't have a towable vehicle. I would like to know the amount of times, I wish I had 10 bucks for every time I heard somebody say, hey, can you tow me out? I had a truck. I didn't have tow straps in my truck. And I said, yeah, I can tow you out if you got tow straps. Throw a pair of tow straps in your car, you know? Then if you go off the road or if you're stuck in the snow, yeah, I can pull you out, but I don't have any tow straps. Oh, you got tow straps. Throw them in your car. They don't cost that much. Solar camp shower. Great idea. It doesn't take up much room. You're going to have water. So, you know, keep clean. Nothing's better than hot water shower when you've been working and just grungy all day. Bleach is always good to have. You should have plenty of that. Good gun oil and cleaner. You need to keep your firearm available and ready, you know, for hunting, protection. You want to make sure you get that firewood. If you're going to shelter in place and you have a fireplace, you need to have enough wood on hand. Absolutely have enough wood. And I don't just mean, you know, good oak. I'm talking about kindling or starter wood. You also need maybe paper and some type of fire starters. Take a look at the video that we have about fire starters, you know, and all the different ones that we showed outside by the fire pit. We did a bunch of those. Showed you how to make them. Do you wear glasses? How about contacts? You need to make sure that you have an extra supply of contacts and glasses. And I don't care if you have to pay full price for them. Pay full price for them, then you got them. All right. How many times have you thought you had extra contacts and now you don't have them? And where'd the glasses go that I used to wear? Or what if you break your glasses or you leave them on the train, or your 2-year-old gets a hold of them and decides to turn them into a pretzel? Now you have an extra set of glasses. You don't have to wait for, you know, the glass company to come forward. Baby and infant items. Parents, grandparents, aunts and uncles. If you are a grandparent, you should have all that stuff on stock in case they have to come to you, or if they just a surprise visit and they didn't bring enough stuff with them. Aunts and uncles, friends, family, brothers and sisters, if you are a bug out location, think about what you need at your house. Now, I'm not saying that you should have to pay for it. Tell the family that may be bugging to your location if you live out in the country and they're getting out of the city. Hey, we want to put a supply together. We'll keep it here. We'll rotate it out, you know, as we go. And if they grow out of the diapers that you sent us, hey, you know, we'll donate those to a women's shelter or something like that. Board games, cards, crayons, and books. You need some type of entertainment. If you're not going anywhere, if you're stuck inside, and I don't care if it's a snowstorm or whatever, you need to have something to occupy yourself and especially your kids. Your gaming devices might not work. Your cell phone may be down. You don't know. You know, you need to have, you know, something else other than just staring at each other, you know, or playing charades. A backup to your charger for your phone. That could be anywhere from a solar charger, which everybody sells solar chargers. You need to get a solar charger. It's almost an absolute must. You saw the one video on our stoves was the BioLite, which you can produce a little fire, and inside it you can cook, but you can also charge your phone by keeping that going. A forcible entry and escape tool. Small pry bars. They only have to be about this big. They can fit in your backpack. They can fit in your get home bag, your everyday carry. Excuse me. You should have some type of forcible entry and exit tool. Handcuff keys. Get a couple of different styles. Have them on you. I keep mine in my wallet. Who knows? You never know. All right. And garbage bags. Garbage bags are absolutely fantastic to have with you. And hey, Shiloh. They store everything, and they're great if you have to go to the bathroom. They're really nice to have too. But those are just some more of the items. Take a look at some of our other prepping tips of the week. We have other items in there and stuff like that. And we also have a video about getting stuff on the cheap or free. And obviously free is around your house. Just look, you'll find stuff. But for a low cost, we've also talked about the Dollar Tree, which can't get everything under $1 anymore. Or Five Below. Those are some great places. Well, I went to the Five Below by us, and this is what I found. All right, light bulbs, charging cables, shelf-stable milk. Important. If you don't like powder milk, this is liquid milk. This is shelf-stable milk. Buckets. Buckets are always nice to have around the house. I said duct tape. Dental floss. Why dental floss? Good dental floss. In a pinch, they're a great shoelace, fishing line, tripwire, ring removal. I'll have to show you that trick someday. Garbage bags, you've got them there. What can you use? Water collection, waste, shelter. You can even have a shelter in there. Baking soda, great for toothpaste, laundry soap, grease fires. Being a fireman, they're great to have. That's great to have. Natural deodorant and antiperspirant in baking soda, and bug bites. Mix it up with water and put it on the bug bite, and it takes the sting away. I found sewing kits, gloves of all kinds, food storage bags, containers, canning supplies, and bags. These places are really a wealth of shelter in place and bug out items, just prepping items in general. So take a look at this video, take a look at some of our other videos, and make sure you have what you need. Again, it's all dependent on what you need and what you want to keep at hand. We've got videos about the 3 deep prepping, stockpiling, which is great. Check those out. We actually have several of the playlists that are dedicated to prepping. But that's about it. Hope all is well with you. Hope you stay safe. Remember to always be aware of your surroundings, and that includes watching the news and listening to what's going on around. Also, have at least 72 hours of shelter and 3 to 4 months of shelter in place, food and water, and at least 72 hours set up to bug out and get somewhere, and think about where you're going too. Don't just head off willy-nilly. And last, prep like your life depends on it, because we all know it does. Thanks a lot. See you next time.